Previously on Desolate Era, disaster struck. Rushing home to his dying mother, Ning was ambushed, trapped in a formation, and struck by the deadly heart-eater poison. His enemy, Bei Zishan of Snowdragon Mountain, sought cruel revenge. Trapped, poisoned, and consumed by grief, Ning faced his darkest hour. Can he escape this deadly predicament? Inside the formation, agony racked Ning's body. The heart-eater poison gnawed at his life force, while the words of Bei Zishan's disciple echoed. His mother was dying. Despair washed over him, a cold wave threatening to extinguish his will. Images flashed through his mind. His mother teaching him footwork, her gentle smile, her unwavering support. The thought of failing her, of not even being there in her final moments, was unbearable. But Ning was not one to surrender. The grief didn't break him, it forged him. The pain didn't cripple him, it fueled him. An unimaginable fury erupted from the depths of his soul, directed at Bei Zishan, the architect of his suffering. This rage, combined with his profound understanding of formations gained in the aquatic manner and his powerful soul cultivated through the manhwa painting, gave him clarity amidst the chaos. He began analyzing the formation trapping him, not as a victim, but as a predator seeking escape. The heart-eater poison was deadly, but Ning's fiend god body, honed by the crimson bright diagram, possessed incredible resilience. He fought against the poison's corrosive effects, channeling his ki and fiend god energy to suppress it, buying himself precious time. Simultaneously, his mind worked furiously, identifying the weak points, the energy flows, the core mechanisms of the formation. He still possessed the formation flags and knowledge from the aquatic manner. With gritted teeth, enduring the poison's torment, he began to counterattack the formation from within. He disrupted its energy flows, overloaded key nodes, and used his own limited formation knowledge to exploit its flaws. The disciple controlling the formation watched in disbelief as the inescapable trap began to shudder and crack. With a final surge of power, Ning shattered the formation, bursting free. He didn't pause, didn't flee. His eyes locked onto the stunned disciple and the other Snowdragon cultivators lying in wait, including the newly arrived Bei Zishan himself, who had come to gloat. Fury radiated from Ning. He immediately threw out hundreds of swords, his Dark North swords and others acquired, along with formation flags, rapidly deploying the Lesser Thousand Swords formation. The tables turned instantly. Bei Zishan and his men, including several Xianxia experts and even an early Zifu Disciple bodyguard, found themselves trapped within a maelstrom of sword light. Ning, fueled by righteous fury and wielding the formation with deadly precision, became a harbinger of death. Swords rained down, coordinated attacks struck from impossible angles, overwhelming their defenses. The Snowdragon cultivators, so confident moments before, were slaughtered. Bei Zishan, arrogant and cruel, finally knew fear. He used powerful treasures, desperately trying to break free, but Ning, anticipating his moves, countered relentlessly. The Lesser Thousand Swords formation, even in its lesser form, was devastating when wielded by someone with Ning's focus and rage. In a final, climactic clash, Ning channeled his power through the formation, overwhelming Bei Zishan's defenses and piercing his heart. The architect of his mother's potential suffering, the one who ambushed him, lay dead. Ning stood victorious, but the cost was heavy. The heart-eater poison still coursed through him, and the exertion had pushed him to his limits. As he surveyed the scene, a powerful aura approached. It was Adept Moon North Sun, the Wanxiang realm expert Ning had briefly met near the aquatic manor, who had been tracking Bei Zishan for unrelated reasons. Adept Mu witnessed the aftermath, stunned by the carnage and Ning's power. He easily neutralized the remaining heart-eater poison in Ning's system with his superior cultivation. Ning, weak but resolute, immediately pleaded with the adept, asking if his Wanxiang realm power could save his mother. Adept Mu examined Ning, then sighed regretfully. He explained that Yuchi Snow's affliction wasn't a simple injury or poison. It was a depletion of her fundamental life force, her very lifespan, incurred during Ning's birth. Such damage was beyond even most immortals to heal, let alone a Wanxiang adept. There was no cure. The finality of Adept Mu's words struck Ning harder than any poison. His mother could not be saved. The frantic hope that had fueled his escape and vengeance turned to profound grief. He returned to the West Prefecture, finding his mother had already passed peacefully. Ji Yichuan, his father, was heartbroken but stoic. Father and son mourned together. Eventually, seeking peace and distance from painful memories, they decided to leave the West Prefecture city and settle in the secluded, vast expanse of Serpentwing Lake, the territory the Ji clan had claimed after Serpentwing's retreat. 5 years passed in the tranquil yet dangerous environment of Serpentwing Lake. Ning dedicated himself entirely to cultivation, channeling his grief into relentless effort. He hunted powerful dire monsters in the lake, honed his sword skills to an even higher level, and deepened his understanding of the Daos. His crimson bright diagram advanced steadily, and his ki refining progressed rapidly. By the age of 16, Ning had broken through successive bottlenecks, reaching the peak stage of the Xianxia realm in both his fiend god body and key refining paths. His name and prowess, particularly his unfathomable insights into the Tao of the sword, began to spread throughout the entire Ji clan territory, attracting young disciples who came to pay respects and seek guidance. Just as Ning consolidated his power, a momentous discovery shook the region. Deep within the Ji clan's territory, a massive, high-grade elemental or mine was unearthed, a treasure trove of liquefied elemental essence, invaluable for cultivation, especially for breaking through to the Zifu Disciple realm. Such a treasure inevitably attracted unwanted attention. News reached Snowdragon Mountain. The powerful sect Ning had already clashed with. Still bitter about Bei Zishan's death and greedy for the mine, Snowdragon Mountain dispatched 5 powerful Zifu disciples to intimidate the Ji clan and seize control of the mine. G9 Fire, the overall leader of the Ji clan, attempted to negotiate, but Snowdragon Mountain was arrogant and demanding. Negotiations failed. Conflict was inevitable. The Ji clan possessed only a handful of Zifu disciples, including G9 Fire himself, Ji Yichuan, Ji Truekeep, and Ji Shadow. They were outnumbered and outmatched. Battle erupted near the mine. The Ji clan Zifu disciples fought bravely, but were pushed back by the superior numbers and techniques of the Snowdragon cultivators. The situation looked dire. The entire Ji clan faced a potential catastrophe. Ning, now a peak Xiantian expert, watched the distant battle, his fists clenched. He wasn't yet a Zifu disciple, but he possessed the lesser Thousand Swords formation and combat power exceeding his level. However, the core issue was the Zifu disciples. During the initial exploration of the mine, a significant amount of liquefied elemental essence had been collected. Seeing his clan in peril, Ning made a critical decision. He would use this essence, right here, right now, to attempt the breakthrough he desperately needed years ago for his mother, the breakthrough to Zifu Disciple. He began absorbing the potent elemental essence. Energy surged through him, converging on his dantian, his sea of consciousness. Guided by his profound insights and powerful soul, he began constructing his Violet Palace, the Zifu, the symbolic residence of an earthly immortal cultivator within their own body. It was a difficult, dangerous process, but Ning's foundation was incredibly solid. As the battle for the mine rages and the Ji clan teeters on the brink, Ning attempts the crucial breakthrough to the Zifu realm using the very essence his enemies covet. Will he succeed in establishing his Violet Palace? And even if he does, will it be enough to turn the tide against the powerful Snowdragon Zifu disciples? His gaze turns towards the aquatic manor once more, a place of power, a place of danger. What secrets must he uncover this time to save his clan? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified on new episodes.